Hello. I've had a lot of messages on my YouTube inbox about people asking me about some of the tension bars I use. And the one in particular is the music wire tension bar. I'm sure you've seen them in a lot of my videos. So I want to show you how I make them and why I use them. First we'll go over the why part. This is a Farmer Freak super modded Corbin master ring cylinder. And to pick this one, you have to have, and a lot of the locks, the higher security locks, the ones with counter milling and the plugs, you have to have complete control over the plug, which you can't get with, say, I love the Peterson pry bars. I use them a lot also. But with the pry bar, I'm going to try to, break my camera. I'll try to zoom in a little bit here and see what happens. Okay, there we go. As you can see with the pry bar, you're making contact a little bit on the bottom, on the top, and a little bit on the opposite side. And let's say I have a lock, like this one, where I have a spool pin that gets caught in the counter milling. You don't have any counter rotation because the bottom lip of that spool is caught in the counter milling. So I have to physically turn that plug backwards. Well, with only making contact in those two little points and having that big gap, when I start to turn back, you see I don't have control over the plug because I can't turn it back the opposite direction until I go too far, and then I've lost it all. Same thing with the windshield wiper or tension bars. You don't have control over the plug, just in the one direction. So what I use is the music wire. This music wire I'm using here is 0.078 inches. It's K&S brand, available on eBay. But as you can see, when I put this one in, it's a tight fit. I'm making complete contact on the top, left, and right side of the plug. So now, if I need to pull that plug counterclockwise, just a hair, I can do that. Just enough to get that spool pin to be able to lift out of the counter milling. So I have complete and total control over the plug both directions. And that's what you need on a lot of the higher security locks. So all I do, let me zoom out here again. And you can bend these however you want to. They're super strong. I've never bent one out of shape. I've never broken one. They come in 3-foot lengths. So I just got a like 6 of them off of eBay for I think $8, $6, something like that with shipping. So I just take my Dremel tool and cut off a length of it. Let's just say 6 inches or so. Move it down here. So we're just going to Dremel it off real quick. We got sparks. I like it. Okay, so there we have a piece of cut off. It's going to be sharp. So I'll come over here real quick. Now you can use a hacksaw, cutters, whatever you have. But just going to flatten and smooth it off real quick. You don't even have to do that. It's just a step that I do. Take you a pair of vice grips, put on the end of it, lock it down, and then bend it. Yourself a decent 90 there. And you can make any kind of bends you want on these. Be, you know, as creative as you like. Now, as you can see, we've got a good tension bar there. it's too big to fit. Not the first time I've heard that. But so what we do now is either take the Dremel tool, a file, set whatever you have, and you can see this is my pick case here that I carry. I've got a bunch of them in here. I've got different sizes. I've got ones I've made double end. There are different thicknesses on both ends of it. So we take the old music wire here, and then we just file them the sides flat. Now if you want to, you can cut it to length first. That's kind of long. But you can cut it down to length first or file it first, whatever you want. It's not rocket science, but I'm going to just use the Dremel and flatten it off. And as you can see, we're starting to get flat on the sides. Still a little too big for this lock, so we'll keep on going. And you may want to have a little glass of water handy to cool this off, because the metal does get really hot. I don't think it's going to hurt the temper. I've never cooled them off before, but just to keep from burning yourself. You don't want to burn yourself or put an eye out. I am wearing safety glasses. And you just keep grinding down until you have the size you want for the specific lock that you have. So I've even got a real thin one here that I use on American padlocks. You can see how far I've thinned that one down. And you can even go crazy if you want to and flatten out this top surface here to make it fit better on the top of the lock, and the bottom surface as well if you want to, if you need a little more room in the lock. So what are we at? 8 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and stop there so you can see what I'm doing. If you want to, like I said, if you want like the angled, you can, whatever you want to do. Let's go ahead and come up to about there. And put a little bit of a bend in it this way. Oh, that's hard tight. Okay, so now I've got, once I get it fit, we'll just cheat and go down there. I've got it a little better of an angle instead of having it straight up. And it's going to hold. Let me put it in the bottom. Nope, that's not going to work. Let me grind it down real quick a little bit more so it fits. Oh, crash again. Sorry. My bad. Okay, so there we go. So that has us in the keyway there now. Still needs filed down just a little bit more. I'm going to do it. Hang on. Just 1 second. Okay, once you get, see that's going in pretty good right now. Once you get that close, I'd go ahead and use a hand file because you don't want to get it too thin. because you want that control over the plug. So as you can see, this one has, so now I have control over that plug both ways. Let me zoom back in, because we can't talk about, a lot of people, and it's true, say the tension bar is just as important as the pick, and that's why I say you want to have complete control over that plug. And with these tension bar or music wire tension bars, you have that. Go back to my original one here for one last take. And being rounded stock, it's comfortable on your fingers. You don't get, it doesn't hurt like those wiper blade tension bars can sometimes. And these are cheap, like I said, 6 foot up. You know, I got 2 pieces that's 6 foot, so I could get probably 12 tension bars out of it, and that's more than enough for all the different sizes we're going to run into. And hopefully this helps you pick a lock or two that you've been having problems with. If it does, let me know in the comments, or if you make some, shoot me a couple pictures if you come up with a cool design or bend or something. And I think that's it. Music wire tension bars. Check out K&S Music Wire on eBay, or go out to Hobby Lobby, sells the stuff, and get you some and try it out. Thanks for watching.